Hot tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris. Good morning. Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. I'm your host, Abby Harris. Today is February 9th. Yes. TGIF to everyone. It is Friday. Yesterday I had an amazing guest on. Shout out to Josh Lang. We had amazing things to talk about. I can't wait for you guys to see that interview. But we always have to start out with this Monday coming. We have Val Clayman, founder of Avalorum Market. He will be on our show. We will be talking about the state of crypto, revolutionizing business, Angel Syndicate, and the Avalorum Market that he has made himself. It's a great interview, so just make sure you come and check it out Monday at 10 a.m. But you know how this thing goes. Without further ado, we are here. It is we're above. Look at that, 47. We've been watching this thing climb for a couple of days. I've been talking about how we're staying above 40,000 and we have 47, and at some point in time we will hit that 50 number. So within saying that, there's a lot of things we're going to talk about, this juke and the airdrop and all of that. But look at this. We I can't say nothing but we're in green, and there's a lot of things moving. It is officially alt season. Things is happening. Oh, there go that chain link. But things are happening. It's so funny. Oh, look, there go my Tongue coin. Oh, internet computer. Shout out to Josh. There are so many great things that's happening. Cosmo, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum. You know, I always have my favorites that I like to look at, and those are they coming. Oh, look, they coming. I just started looking at Filecoin and then started doing some research on that. It is in the depend sector. Where we going? You know, I'm looking for. Okay, there go one. We up in the green on SUI. We're up in the green, 67 on C. Quant. And where's my helium? That's what I'm really looking for. There we go, $7.30. We're up from yesterday. And this is what like I said, I am very bullish in this helium space because I'm taking a deep dive in the space. I just joined the Telegram group, and I'm down the rabbit hole on that. So moving on, what are my favorite body Ash Crypto talking about? This is his speculative guess of Bitcoin going to 120,000, ETH going to 12,000, Chainlink going to 1,200, Solana going to 1,200, Polkadot going to $120, Internet Computer going to $120. This is the speculation. So as the tides rise, then maybe you can get into this pool. You know, the funny thing is, I do talk about coins and trading a lot, and the only reason I have these conversations about coins and trading a lot is only because we're in a place to where you can take the opportunity of investing in crypto at your own risk, doing your own research, not by listening to nothing I say, but doing your own research and, jumping in the pool of the water to be able to see how this thing goes for you, right? Because opportunity presents itself in many ways. You can actually build in the Web3 space. It doesn't necessarily have to be surrounded about tokens and coins and money, But this is one of the things I do talk about because a lot of people are bullish about it. They see the news, they see everything that's happening on a daily with this thing, but they're not clear on how to get in, right? Just the basics. So this is the Beyond the Blockchain podcast. This is where I come and I help you figure out how to get into this space, which exchanges you should get into, which VPNs you should use, how to. So make sure you reach out because we are educating the masses. And then I got some projects that are in the mix. Yesterday they had a issue, not even an issue. They was talking about the mental health of our president, and it's a little scary with all of the stuff that's going on, especially with him deteriorating as being older, especially going into the mischief of war and all of these changes around the world and AI and all of this. So that is one of the things that has hit the top story of today. And the only reason I'm talking about this because this is a interesting interview, right, that you want to check out with Putin. I'm not going to go no further. Trump wins the Nevada caucus. But there's a lot of stuff happening. It doesn't make any sense that I don't just talk about it just a little bit. But we're going to keep it moving because, I like to talk about music, film, and everything that's happening beyond the blockchain and beyond. As one of music groups posted his bigger ever quarter, one of music group boss Robert Clint, I don't know if I pronounced that word right, says he confronted the Universal and TikTok. He confident that Universal and TikTok will resolve their spats. I believe they should. They should, because this doesn't help anybody. Like I said, there's a lot of artists that was made from TikTok, but there has to be something done about the royalties and all of the stuff that's happening within the space. You guys know I like to use some of my tools. So why not use my tools? Why not use the tools that you got when you got to use them? So within saying that, let's just hear
Universal's recorded music catalog, about 3 million tracks, and its publishing catalog, nearly 4 million songs, have started to disappear from TikTok, after TikTok's licensing agreement with UMG expired on January 31st, with no new agreement in place. As that deadline passed, the rhetoric between the short video social media platform and the world's largest music rights holder grew increasingly heated. Keimkel was CBO at YouTube during a period, around a decade ago, when the major music companies would regularly bemoan the size of royalty checks coming their way from Google's video platform. Industry relations with YouTube subsequently became far more harmonious.
See, at the end of the day, they need to figure out a way for this thing to work. There's all types of issues here. A lot of artists don't feel like they're getting their just due. With some of the stuff that's happening within the space. And that's one of the beautiful things about Web3. It cuts out the middleman. It's not going to be a universal music group that's representing artists. It's going to be you as an artist that owns your intellectual properties, that able to negotiate your funds and how you will be getting paid within this Web3 space. So this is one of the things that I like to talk about all the time. And these companies, they're moving very fast, especially some of these companies have developed some of these AIs, which is the craziest thing. And as big as these companies are, and as far as they go and they're making profits, they're still laying off people in the tech sector, which I think has everything to do with AI. It's a little scary. It's a little scary on the exact thing that AI can actually do in this space, and especially where a lot of this stuff is coming from. But moving on, we talk about this Apple Pro Vision. I got some videos to show you again today. Like yesterday, I was showing videos of all the crazy stuff that people are doing with these Apple Pro Visions. And now there's a group of people who have spent maybe about 200,000 people who have spent $3,500 for this thing. And and what's eventually is happening is what? What is eventually happening? See, that's why you don't just run out and just buy the first thing. Wait till the second generation to see. Number one, they got to get all the kinks out, right? But then there are other people that say, man, that thing's going to sit on the shelf. And guess what?
So, with the launch of the new Apple $3,500 Vision Pro, the good news is that Apple will be releasing a cheaper, under $1,000 Vision Pro that is most likely going to be called the Vision Air. So today I want to go over everything so far for this new model, including the Apple Vision Air release date and price as well. So right now we've just had the announcement of the new Vision Pro and it's in our hands. We've had kind of a mixed review of kind of people out there saying that it is definitely the best VR experience that you can get your hands on right now, but it does cost a premium to own one. Right now it's only available in the USA, but Apple have just announced towards the end of 2024 they'll be bringing it out in the UK and Canada. But a lot of you are disappointed by the slow rollout and also the really high price. Well, the good news is we've had a couple of leaks from Apple that they're making a cheaper and more budget-friendly version of the Vision Pro, and most likely this is going to be called the Vision Air. We've had a report, as you can see.
That sounds much more like it, right? Because we all got $1,000 phones, right? But why would we do $3,500 well in your head to get bopped upside your head on the train? You be a target. See, everybody has an iPhone, so an iPhone is not $1,000 target anymore, right? Especially with all these new features. Everybody has an iPhone, so it's a common thing. But a $3,500 Vision glasses, on the train, especially after you see everybody walking around, and I showed you the videos of The Simpsons predicting some of the crazy stuff. But let's see
Here from Minchi Kuo telling us that Apple are already working on a budget or a lower cost Vision Air. This will come out with the second generation Vision Pro. We've also seen reports from Mark Gurman.
I just said that. Wait till the second generation to things.
Confirming the same. He has told us that Apple have been working on 3 devices. One of these devices could have been the Vision Pro that's just been announced and just come out into our hands right now, but the other 2 could be the next generation Vision Pro and also the Vision Air. As we know already, Apple like to work on next generation devices years in the making, like how before the iPhone 15, A17 Pro and the M3 chipsets were announced, we actually got a leak before the end of 2023 showing that Apple are already working on the A19 chip and the M5.
Well, I can't see them doing nothing but working on a new device, because Apple is a products business. They sell products, so expect them to have a new version of the 2.0, the 3.0, the 3.2B
chip too, even though that is years away when making this video. But what about features for the Vision Air? It's most likely that this new Vision Air will lack certain features of the Vision Pro to reduce costs. This is including not having, say, the eye visor on the front, what a lot of people have already commented say it doesn't work as well as advertised. Also features like 3D FaceTime calls and other sensors could be cut out to reduce the price. The OLED 4K screens that reflect onto the glass in front of you, they may also be a lower resolution, and
you know they're going to dumb this thing down. They're going to dumb it down. They're just going to dumb it down to $1,000 device.
Also may use micro LED reflecting instead. Then for the chipset of the next Vision Pro, it's most likely it'll probably get an M4, where the Vision Air may get just an M2 and even an M3 just to keep the cost down. In any case, expect it to still get the full Vision OS experience with the App Store, and also expect this device to be lighter for your head too. So, if you followed my channel for a while now, you will know that I've mentioned that Apple are creating the new Vision Pros and the Apple glasses. So before...
Man, like I said, I'm still there of saying let me see yours and just see what it does. Other than that, because it's a whole learning curve. That's like kind of issue that I have with the Tesla as well, because with the Tesla, right? It's not in just get in, stick a key in and drive. No, you gotta have a card. It has to be programmed to move your seat. You gotta do off the dashboard to move the AC. You gotta do off the dashboard. You feel me? So it's a whole programming thing with some of this stuff. So you gotta reprogram yourself. Like I was having all the issues in the world reprogramming myself from Android to Apple. Now to add another device, come on now, y'all doing too much. There's too much happening here. Too much happening here. Moving on. Within the space, I just showed you my buddy over here, Ash Crypto, saying the potential of Bitcoin going to 120,000. So Bitcoin could skyrocket up to 190% in 165 days, according to Invest Answer. Here's the outlook. Listen, man. We already seen all the signs of what this thing could do or what is it doing. And if you have not jumped in the pool, the wind swimming, then...
A closely followed crypto analyst is expressing bullish sentiment toward Bitcoin, BTC, amid a bounce in the market. In a new video update, the host of Invest Answers tells his 472,000 YouTube subscribers that the crypto king could surge by up to 190% from its current level in less than 6 months.
In less than 6 months, man. I know there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of coins, a lot of tokens, a lot of stuff that you guys see, but this is the GOAT.
By my estimates, we are 165 days away from either an $80,000 Bitcoin or $130,000 Bitcoin, somewhere in between, by July 16, 2024, assuming history, assuming math, assuming supply, assuming money flows. The analyst also says that based on history, Bitcoin experiences the most significant price movements 3 months before its halving and 3 months after it, then remains relatively sideways afterwards. All the action for Bitcoin happens 90 days before the halving, which is the zone we are in now, to 90 days after. After that, relatively flat.
Okay, so here's the chart. 90 days before, 90 days after. All right? This is what the expectation is, right? So, today is Friday, February 9th. Have you started your wallet yet? Have you jumped into the business yet? Are you going to use this to make a change? That's the question. Speaking of that, new information comes out every day, all day. And 6 o'clock this morning, February 9th, what is ERC-404? The experimental standard whose first token has rocketed 12,000% in 1 week. 12,000%. Now, last night I've been down the rabbit hole as well, because I'll be doing all of this rabbit hole stuff. A lot of rabbit hole stuff going on.
ERC-404 allows multiple wallets to directly own a single NFT and, in the future, create a use case where that specific exposure can be tokenized and used to take out loans or stake holdings.
So, what it is fractionalizing NFTs. It's taking ERC-20 tokens and it's taking another token and wrapping them together to create this 404 token. But they calling it Pandora because you can fractionalize some stuff within, right? I want to do that. No, I didn't want to do that. Let's see. What is an ERC token? Now, this is what we have these conversations to where you have new technology that's coming out that you want to be ahead of what's going on. It is a risk. Do your own research if you decide to jump down this rabbit hole and get into the mix.
What is ERC-404? ERC-404 combines the popular ERC-20 and ERC-721 standards for token issuance on Ethereum and non-fungible tokens, NFTs, respectively, into one that lets developers create fractionalized NFT collections that can be freely traded and used in the open market. In their current form, NFTs exist as a one-for-one asset, unlike tokens, where holders can buy a fraction of a whole. While fractionalized NFTs do exist, they typically depend on an entity that locks up those NFTs in a wallet and issues tokens that represent that NFT. Those fractionalized tokens are freely traded and may not accurately match the locked NFT's value. That's one of the key problems ERC-404 sets out to solve. It allows multiple wallets to directly own a single NFT, and, in the future, create a use case where that specific exposure can be tokenized and used to take out loans or stake holdings.
You know, this makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense when you have companies like BlackRock founder is talking about fractionalization is the next thing. So if I'm able to, let's just say me and my friend decides that we both want to invest in a digital asset, and there's a way that as of right now, if we both want to own a digital asset, either he owns it in his wallet and we have to work out something else. But I don't think, from my understanding, a non-fungible token, that we can actually own the same digital asset at the same time. But with Pandora and ERC-404, this is saying that we can not only own it together, but we can fractionalize own it. So it'd be in his wallet and then in my wallet. So in real world impact, where payment plans, right? Layaway, all of this stuff comes back into this space of technology using ERC-20s. And like I said, it is ERC-20 and ERC-721 had sex and made ERC-404. Oh man! So let's keep talking about it. Let's keep talking, because this is very important, guys. I'm telling you, this is something that then came across my desk. It went up 12,000%.
People in hate friction. CTRL, one of the developers of Pandora and ERC-404, told CoinDesk in a Telegram message. Every solution before ERC-404 had too much friction and was usually a wrapping solution that abstracted the original NFT that people wanted to fractionalize or make liquid, he said. Collectors hated this, and it limited adoption significantly. ERC-404s have these functions by default and don't rely on confusing third-party protocols and solutions, he added. ERC-404 developers say on their GitHub page that while the two standards it combines are not designed to be mixed, the project strives to do so in as robust a manner as possible while minimizing trade-offs. So that is another issue that third-party companies, right, and their protocol solutions don't get it right? So this solves a problem. This is what Web3 and crypto is about. It's about solving problems, right? So like I said, this is something, like I said, do your research. Like yesterday, I went deep last night. So it's called Pandora, right? ERC-404. I went deep. Deep. Let's go to the Pandora's website itself. You can actually find it in certain places. Y'all serious? And then drop back down. Look, it's right here right now. Look at this. This is where we're going. Oh, that was another thing. Last night I could not go to their site because it was down, but it allowed me to join the Telegram group. And in the Telegram group, I got a chance to check out, have conversation and see what's going on. See, once again, I'm not telling you what to do, how to do it. This could be a possible rug pull. It's possible.
But you have to do your own research, do your due diligent research. I just happen to just go on things, and because I look at the news each and every day, I go on things and I look up what it is, and I just do it. I just deep dive, like, you know, the Telegram group. Look, they got 32,000 followers. Right now, it is an experiment, but it's something like, you know, when I first seen ordinals, it was an experiment, and I watched it go from $11, $12 up to $76, and then drop down. I don't know what the price is right now. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull what the prices of ordinals. Let's see. I don't know why I came here. I don't know why I came here. Look at this. Ordinals, 50%. See, because when I first looked at ordinals, it was doing something crazy. But once I realized like the impact of ordinals, how they built NFTs on top of Bitcoin as ordinals, then I got a clear understanding of how it works. So it just led me from one thing to the next. So when I go into things like Pandora, you know, and I'm doing my due diligence research about ERC-404s and seeing how it works, then, like I said, all of this stuff is a risk. You just have to be the one who says, you know what, I'm going to take the time out to do the research and just see if there's something that I'm interested in. On that note, I'm going to keep it light today. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I don't think I did that. I didn't think I gave myself a shameless plug. So if you ever get a chance, you can Google Beyond the Blockchain podcast, and you can actually find me, find all of my great interviews, some of my great guests, all within the podcast, all everywhere. This is Beyond the Blockchain podcast. I want to wish everyone a happy Friday, and make sure that you don't forget to take your profits. Same bad channel, same bad time. Peace.
Add tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris.